The Los Angeles Lakers, they are on the clock. Remember, they acquired this pick, as first reported by our Adrian Wojnarowski, by the Orlando Magic. That pick is now in, so let's send it back to Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum.
With the 35th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select Max Christie from Michigan State University.
And he's in the stands, hugging his family. He's the first McDonald's All-American to commit to Michigan State since Jaren Jackson Jr. in 2017. Jay, what makes him so special?
Another value pick. He's a wiry shooting guard that operates very well off screens. He's got a really good shooting stroke. He only shot 32% from three this last year, but he's got a good stroke, a high release, and shot 82% from the free throw line. I'd say he's a solid defender, so you'd look at him as another 3 and D guy. Wound up being a little streaky this last year, but he's got a lot of potential. I think if he would have come back to school, we'd be talking about him as a first-round pick next year. Just needed a little bit of time to develop, and he's going to have that when he gets to the Lakers. And also went to the same high school as Jimmy Garoppolo.
Ah, there you go. Well, I mean, he has the time, but also you know the pressure cooker that the Lakers can be, the bright lights that shine there, Jay.
Yeah, I think LeBron will take a little heat off.
Yeah,
Hey, oh, really?
That's my guess.
Just a little bit? Okay.
And I think, you know, I think he will be a guy that will be a project, right? And you have one of the best developmental guys there for his player development, and Phil Handy, right? One of the top assistants that's going to be able to put his hands on him and be able to work with this young fella and get him right. I mean, you keep him tough, and then he has opportunity to learn from one of the greatest to ever play the game of basketball. And once again, another wing getting picked.
Well, now Portland is on the clock, but remember this pick is actually headed to Detroit because of the Jeremy Grant trade that Adrian Wojnarowski reported yesterday. You can see all of the details there on the screen. The Trailblazers, they get Jeremy Grant to pair with Damian Lillard, 2022 second-round pick, and then you can see all of the picks and then also the cap space. That's the really big deal perk, the $43 million in cap space that the Detroit Pistons now own.
Absolutely. I mean, and they open it up. You know why? I'm going to go back to it again. DeAndre Ayton. You know, I know Troy Weaver, and I know what he likes, and he's got his eyes on DeAndre Ayton. This guy's a 2010 and 3-block type guy in this league.
And just like that, the pick is in. Let's send it back to the podium. Once again, Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, take it away.
With the 36th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Portland Trail Blazers select Gabriele Procida from Como, Italy.
Yeah, Procida is a 20-year-old, probably one of the best shooters in the draft. 6'8", 193, athletic wing, can do a little bit of everything here. Can get on the offensive glass, can do tip dunks, can get out in transition and steals. The likelihood is that this might be a stash pick where you probably don't see him for a couple of years, but great value for Detroit at 36. As far as I said, one of the best shooters in this draft.
Bobby Marks, thank you so much for that insight. The Sacramento Kings, they are now back on the clock, but I do want to go back. Just one of the best moments, I thought, of the first round was watching Jaden Ivey share his moment with his mother, the hugs that they shared, and he sat down with our Monica McNutt. Take a listen.
As Janae said, this is sort of a win for all of us in the women's basketball community. Jaden, I'm going to give you a second to get yourself together. We have a surprise for you. We want you to check out this video.
Jaden, it's Arike. I just want to say congratulations on being drafted in the first round. That's crazy I'm even saying this, just seeing this little boy grow up, wanting to be in the gym all the time, working on his game every single day to become this young man, superstar athlete, and you're about to go crazy in the league. I'm a firm believer that you're really about to take over this league. So I love you. I'm proud of you. It's your time to go crazy, and you know I'm always in your corner.
Arike Ogumawale, of course, the tremendous player with the Dallas Wings in the WNBA. You good? You ready? All right. Well, tell me about the emotion.
Oh, man. This is everything, man. I work day in and day out to just get to this level. And, you know, I know I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. And I'm just I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy.
Niele, I'm not gonna lie, I thought you would be the one crying. But you are stoic. But as you look at your baby achieve his dreams and know how much of an impact you had in the example that you set, what's this like for you?
I'm speechless almost. You know, like this is his dream come true. You know, to be in Detroit, we have so many amazing roots in Detroit. To be able, for him to, you know, be able to walk on that stage, and I'm just so joyful. I'm so happy for him. So I'm just taking it all in, soaking it all in.
Speechless could have made my job real tough, sis. Okay, now, for the Detroit Pistons, either one of you can answer as a basketball head coach at Notre Dame, or you can answer for yourself. What can they expect as you join their organization?
I'm gonna give it my all every single day. I'm gonna work my hardest, you know, to help my team win, and you know, I'm just gonna give it my all.
Congratulations, Jaden. Congratulations, Mom, Niele. Enjoy the rest of the night, you guys.
I just want to remind everybody of the special relationship that Niele and Jaden have. So she is the head coach, as Monica mentioned, of the Notre Dame's women's basketball team. She also coached with the Memphis Grizzlies. She coached Ja Morant, and she coached him. Just an incredibly special moment. That was such a wonderful interview. Thank you, Monica. The Kings are on the clock, but this pick is actually on the way to Dallas, and that pick is in. So let's send it back to the podium to find out who is headed to the Mavericks.
With the 37th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the Sacramento Kings select Jaden Hardy from the NBA G League's Team Ignite.
Time. It's about time. And you know what? A lot of teams are going to regret not picking him as fast. He is a special talent, and his game is made for the NBA. Watch what I tell you, Malika.
Jaden Hardy. Jaden Ivey, we just heard from Jaden Hardy, the last man in the green room. You can see the emotion as he hugs his family, as he makes his way to the podium. The number 2 prospect. He actually played with his brother Amari on the G League Ignite. Headed to shake Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum's hand. It almost, watching him do that after sitting and waiting, and the anticipation, Jay, I can only imagine waiting to hear your name called for that long.
Well, I agree with Perk. Jaden Hardy is a really talented player. He was a McDonald's All-American in high school. He's from Detroit. He's a shot creator, you know, catch and shoot guy. He's very good with that. He was inefficient in his year with the G League Ignite. He only shot 35% from the field and 27% from 3. But man, this guy is he's a flamethrower. He's a bucket getter. Maybe it gave somebody some pause that he was a little bit turnover prone this last year and needs to refine his game. But long term, he's got a lot of ability as a one-on-one scorer. He shot 40% in catch and shoot situations, and he can create his own space.
Yeah, absolutely. And he reminds me a lot of Buddy Hield. The way that he's able to get buckets, not just catch and shooting, but Buddy Hield has a lot to his game to say. The same with Jaden Hardy. And I can't wait for him to get to the league and prove a lot of people wrong. See, here's the thing, right? It's not where you get drafted. It's when you get drafted. And like Jay said, it starts then, right? And then I didn't know. I knew a lot of people that got drafted in the lottery and in the first round. And look, they didn't make it. So it's about having the opportunity and embracing the opportunity and going in there and proving yourself.
He joined us on NBA Today to declare for the draft, and he said that what he cares about at the end of the day is winning, and sometimes that fuel to prove people wrong is all you need. Well, the next pick is in, so let's send it back to the podium once again.
With the 38th pick in the 2022 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Kennedy Chandler from the University of Tennessee.
Kennedy Chandler, he had a whopping 74 steals, the 3rd most by an SEC freshman since '92, Jay.
Yeah, he led Tennessee in scoring, assists, and you mentioned it in steals. He was the SEC tournament MVP. You know, he's small. He's only 6 feet tall, but he's got long arms, gets a lot of deflections, over 2 steals per game. What really impressed me was in the month of March, he shot 57% from 3. really good in pick and roll situations. I remember him torching Colorado on the road in pick and rolls, and averages just about 5 assists per game. It has a 41-inch vertical to go with that 6'5" wingspan. But he had 4 games with 5 steals or more, including a high of 7. So he can impact the game on the defensive end.
Well, you said that he's small, but look, his watch party is not. That's back in Memphis, Tennessee, where he is hosting his friends, his family, to share this special moment with him. You can see it there. He's a little bit of a soft-spoken guy, but this is his moment, and he wanted to make sure everyone was there to shine with him. We will have so much more from the NBA Draft second round when we continue after this.